in this community, we've all kind of seen things and dealt with things that have been difficult. You don't always share difficult things with other people, but I want to share it with you because you guys are my friends. You're my Fanward family. You even know of people in the Mighty Morphin franchise that we've lost, including Thuy and JC Frank. These were people that I've known for years. We were together through something that has us here 31 years later, that has been probably one of the greatest experiences of our lives. Only the 6 of us share that, and now there's only 4 of us. So Jason Frank and Thuy Trang, they were special to me. I'm sure they were very special to you, but they're no longer here, and we lost them. A lot of fans come up to me and they say, hey man, I just want to let you know, we lost Jason Frank, and it was really hard because obviously he's the most recent. And I'm like, yeah, but what I want to focus on is the fact that he was here. What's up, guys? It's your boy Walter Emmanuel Jones, also known as Zack, the original Black Ranger. What's up, guys? How you doing? So today, I wanted to talk to you about something that I know we've all kind of gone through: the loss of a loved one. At my tender young age of 50-something years, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of people and lose a lot of people. Everything that begins ends. That's just a fact of life. I've lost a lot of people in my life, my friends, family members, close family members. It's a difficult thing, but I think personally, for Walter Jones, I think I've found my way to deal with it. And I would like to share with you because I think maybe it could help someone. Maybe somebody else could think the way that I think, and even if it's for a moment, it might help you. Sometimes when you lose someone in your life that you care about deeply, you can get lost. You can get lost in the loss. You know what I mean? I'll tell you, in my life, it started, I think one of my first encounters with the loss of someone that was really special to me when I was in high school. My grandmother, her name was Johnny Hamilton. And this is a beautiful woman. Every weekend, my family would go to church and then we'd come back over to my grandmother's house. There lived my grandmother Johnny, my grandfather Algie, and my great-grandmother Miss Bird. And Miss Bird was she was the matriarch of the family. And every weekend on Sunday, we would go there and we would have dinner. All my cousins and my grandmother's 4 daughters, but then they would come with their husbands and the families, and we would all sit down and have dinner on Sundays. And it was very special to me. It was an amazing way to live and grow up and really understand generations, because not only did I have my mom there, and I also had my aunts and my uncles, and then I had my grandmother, my grandfather, and then I had my great-grandmother. And I can just recall, there were times where my grandmother was fixing dinner and I was sitting out on the porch and the ice cream truck would come down the street. Dee-dee, 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 right? And I'm like, hey, can I get ice cream? Because, kid, you want an ice cream truck. Everybody's running ice cream and you want to go get ice cream too. And I'm like, Mom, can I go get ice cream? She's like, no, we're about to have dinner in 15, 20 minutes. And my grandmother would go, come on, baby, go get you an ice cream. And I look at my mom and my mother would be like, my grandmother give me money, I go get ice cream. And what was better than that, sometimes my mom would be like, no, we're about to have dinner. And my grandmother, yeah, we're about to serve dinner in just a minute. And my great-grandmother, her mother would be like, here, baby, go get you ice cream. And I would look at both of them like, she's the boss, she is the matriarch of the family. And she said, I gotta have ice cream. I'm gonna eat dinner anyway. So it was an amazing time. The first person in my life that really affected me with understanding the loss of them was my grandmother. Not my great-grandmother, but my grandmother. And she got cancer. And it was just a really hard thing to see her go from this woman that was always strong and a leader of the family and a leader in the community, and to go from that strength and that character to someone that was suddenly weak and suffering and going through a hard time, but still trying to keep her character, still trying to maintain her strength. It was hard watching my grandmother diminish. And I just remember that she always still tried to be strong for the family. She would see us looking at her in sad eyes and she would just smile at us. Eventually, she lost her battle. And we had to bury my grandmother. That was my mom's mom, also my auntie's moms. And I could only understand that as the greatest sadness they could encounter. I wasn't alone. I had friends around me and I had family, and I fortunately had one good friend that was really goofy and made stupid jokes and somehow would make me laugh in the middle of all that heartache. Well, at the time I was younger, and it was tough to lose her, and it was hard to understand, and I wanted to blame somebody and the world. But then I took the opportunity to look at it, and I thought, some people never know their grandmother. Some people never got to love their grandmother. Some people never got to be loved by their grandmother. And I did. And I have all these stories and memories of sitting up with her and hugging her and messing with her while she was sleeping and asking her questions. Grandma, you sleep? Mm-hmm. And I'll ask her again 15 minutes later, my grandma, you sleep? Mm-hmm. She was just tolerating me. But I knew that she loved me so much. And at the end of the day, what I had to find out was I was grateful to have her in my life. I was grateful to have the experiences that I had with her. That's how I feel you have to deal with loss. Because, yes, it hurts. And you have to allow yourself to hurt. You have to allow yourself to feel what you feel. You have to, your heart aches and you want to cry. I'm for it. Cry, get it out. Feel your emotions, let it go. Purge yourself of that energy. Cry, scream, yell in the pillow, whatever you got to do. But then at a point you have to take a breath. And you have to move on. Because at the end of the day, that person that you lost wanted you to be happy. They wanted you to continue living because that is what is important. Life is important. And when someone loses life, it's important that you continue on with yours. It's just different because you don't have that person in your life anymore. But if you can appreciate the fact that they were there ever in the first place, well, that's the different side of the coin. Because if you can be happy that you had them, rather than sad that they're not there anymore, then you're winning. It's a glass half full kind of situation. This is what I think it is. It's if you can appreciate things that you can be grateful for. And I try to live in gratefulness. I try to wake up every day and go, you know what? I'm grateful I can breathe. I'm grateful I can walk. I'm grateful I can hear, that I can see. I'm grateful for my ability to take care of myself. I'm grateful for the people that surround me or the love that I have or any of those things. The simplest things. I'm like, if you can be grateful that you can breathe, knowing that there are other people that cannot, then you go, I'm fortunate. And that gratefulness, you can find happiness. So if you lose somebody in your life, let yourself feel it. Let yourself be sad, but don't hold on to it for too long. It only tears you up and it doesn't solve any situation. It doesn't serve the person that is gone. Because what they wanted for you is for you to be the happiest that you could be. And they wanted you to live. So that's the way I deal with it, y'all. Count your blessings and encounter your blessings. Count the blessing of whoever that person was in your life that you lost. Take all of those positives and embrace them. Embrace them and let that be the legacy that you know of what they were. What did you learn from them? What did you share with them? How did it shape your life? They live within you because they affected you. Do you know what I'm saying? So I talk about legacy. I think legacy means something different to a lot of different people. What it means to me is it's the power you leave behind for other people to continue forward. It's like, I lost my mom. That was one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with. But I know she lives in me. And that's the legacy in me that she shared with me that I get to share with other people. She was a very positive person. She was an optimistic person. And I continue to be optimistic because that's what she taught me. That's the legacy she gave me. So for me, legacy is the gifts you leave for other people to continue on and pass forward. What's your legacy gonna be? I also think a way to help with that as well is physicality. If you can find some kind of physical activity to help purge yourself of your feelings, your emotions, then I think that is also a way for you to make yourself better, to put you in a better mental state. For instance, I love dancing. After the loss of a loved one that was very special to me, I went dancing. And it was amazing to me that in the process of dancing, I could tell my story. I could tell what I was feeling. It was like I was shouting at the top of my lungs, but I was doing it in the dance. And I was sharing it with somebody that didn't know what was going on. I hadn't said, hey, I just lost this person in my life and I'm affected and my heart is broken. I just danced my heart out. And when I was done, I released myself of that energy that was plaguing me. So I think that in combination with being grateful and embracing the positives that you received from that person that was in your life that you lost, I think that helps get you through. I think it helps you understand that what's desired by that person, that if they were still here, is that they want you to continue to be the best that you can be. They don't want to be themselves something that drug you down. That's not what I would want for anybody. Anybody that I love in my life, anybody that I've affected in my life, anybody that I've inspired in my life, I want them to continue to be inspired. I want them to continue to live. I want them to continue to inspire other people. It's like we're passing it on, right? They passed on something to you. You're not supposed to pass to somebody else. You gotta be grateful and pass on the spirit that was given to you. That's how I feel about it. I'm talking about loss today because we all deal with it. And how you deal with it is what matters. How you deal with it is what helps you continue to grow or causes you to fade away. And living is important because living is what helps everybody else as well. You give back to the world. You have to live. You have to embrace other people and inspire them to be the best they can be. Inspire them to help other people. Inspire them the way you've been inspired. I think they call that passing it forward. So that's how I deal with loss. I like to pass it forward, and right now, I want to pass it forward to you. I'm Walter Jones. Thanks for listening. So I'm here with my people, right? I'm here with Fanward. I feel like we can have honest conversations. We can have conversations that, in this community, we've all kind of seen things and dealt with things that have been difficult. You don't always share difficult things with other people, but I want to share it with you because you guys are my friends. You're my Fanward family. So I know we've all seen different things. In the last 10 years or so, we had COVID. A lot of people lost loved ones during COVID. It was a horrible thing. I lost loved ones. People that I couldn't go to their funeral, people, I couldn't see, I couldn't be there to hold their hand as they were going through hardship. A lot of people had that experience. And I'm sure some of you guys have. You even know of people in the Mighty Morphin franchise that we've lost, including Thuy and JC Frank. These were people that I've known for years. We were together through something that has us here 31 years later, that has been probably one of the greatest experiences of our lives. Only the 6 of us share that. And now there's only 4 of us. So Jason Frank and Thuy Trang, they were special to me. I'm sure they were very special to you, but they're no longer here. We lost them. And I, a lot of fans come up to me and they say, hey man, I just want to let you know, we lost Jason Frank and it was really hard because obviously he's the most recent. And I'm like, yeah, but what I want to focus on is the fact that he was here, the fact that I got to know him, the fact that we were friends and that we experienced something together that was amazing. And the fact that he inspired the lives of so many people, man, how amazing is that? So I want to focus on the gratefulness. I just wanted to take some time to share with the Fanward family how I find my way to deal with the losses that we all deal with.